What's up? My name's Jacqueline Cousins, and I want to give you a review of WWE Raw Goes Old School. Here it goes. At the beginning of the show, The Undertaker comes out. I was assuming that he was going to say something, but it's just an interest. I just realized it was just an interest. Now CM Punk comes out with Paul Heyman. He thinks he should be main eventing WrestleMania. He thinks he should be the star of WrestleMania. He thinks he should be defending his World Heavyweight Championship. But he ain't got no belt around his waist, do we? I'm sitting up here like, who cares? He blames the people because he felt that the people screwed him. First of all, when are you going to stop pointing fingers, dude? He talks about he should be the Undertaker at WrestleMania 29. He keeps talking about his title reign. And Randy Orton comes out. Now, I could go on and on about how many days CM Punk won the World Heavyweight title. Of course, you should know that he said that 1,000 times. Now, back to Randy Orton coming out. He already beat CM Punk at last WrestleMania. He faced The Undertaker before. That's when he was a rookie back then. He ain't no rookie no more, and he feel like he want to face him again. Big Show come out. He wants to beat The Undertaker. Sheamus all of a sudden wants to beat The Undertaker. Vicky comes out and solves this problem. She makes a fatal four-way match. We determine who's gonna face The Undertaker. And the winner goes to WrestleMania to face The Undertaker. Antonio Cesaro versus Ryback. Ryback wins. Mark Henry comes back out facing Ryback. He ran into Ryback. He was all hyped up. Mark Henry walked past him like, man, I ain't starting about you. He takes on Zack Ryder and then won. Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. Miz hits the mics. Talk about paying a tribute to the old school. And you got Dolph Ziggler and AJ Lee and Biggie Lynch standing in the other corner. Miz in the other corner. The Miz announces Ric Flair. And the match starts. Ric Flair and Miz stuff showing off again. What's up with you showing off, dude? Miz finishes off Dolph. AJ Lee gets involved in Biggie Lynch. What the hell? Rick tries to hit Biggie Lynch and Miz beat him to it. The Miz beat Dolph, and all of a sudden they do an imaginary elbow drop and running from rope to rope, having all that fun. The Rock comes out and makes an announcement. Tells a story about coming from Panama City to Buffalo, New York. He talks about WrestleMania. John Cena comes out, interrupts The Rock. The Rock don't seem pissed off that he's interrupted. I'm surprised. He started talking, saying you don't know what it's like to tell people you love that you gotta do something and fail at it. The Rock got all the fame and all the athletes and all the achievements, but yet never fails. John Cena needed a match with The Rock last year. He failed to win the match. He was feeling guilty about that match, losing the match. Fan chatting Cena sucks. It sent him to a tailspin. He gets to have a redemption and rewrite history. Now, I get the rewriting history part. Most people do that before. Most people have did that before. Now, The Rock's response, he was happy that John Cena got that fire, that desire, and the passion. He beat CM Punk the last week. He knows what the match means to John Cena, and no one has this passion except The Rock. I connect with everyone all over the world. Our bond, our streak. 34 days of WrestleMania. You ain't getting the rejection, Jack. You getting your ass kicked. That's what The Rock says. My water is. I have mixed emotions about that. I like both John Cena and The Rock. Don't get me wrong. Here's Johnny's response. Strong words. I like to take a step back and quote one of our greatest philosophers of the era, Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson says, I'm going to eat his children. And this and that and this and that. And every time I hear it, it reminds him of The Rock. He says, in order to beat the greatest, you gotta beat everyone living. John Cena has accomplished every good goal in the entire career except The Rock. Tells The Rock, your time is up. My time is now. Now I could go on about this debate between John Cena and Rock. We both know what's going to happen at WrestleMania. We both know who's going to stand on top and all that stuff. Jack Swagger with Zeb Colter takes on Hacksaw Jim Douglas with Dusty Rhodes and Sergeant Slaughter. And mind you, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is a Hall of Famer. The match starts. All of a sudden, this fool Jack Swagger grabs a fucking 2x4. Excuse my language. He grabs a 2x4. Sergeant Dusty tells Jack to put it down. Even the referee tells him to put it down. He's all hung up in this craziness. He hits Jack hits Hacksaw with it. He then hits Dusty and Sergeant. Then goes back to hitting Sergeant. Jack gives Hacksaw an ankle lock. Next thing you know, Jack Swagger does an interview and Alberto attacks him. Ricardo holds Al back. They started fighting. That is stupid. What is Alberto Del Rio attacking? As much as I respect him so much, why is Alberto Del Rio attacking him? Why is he doing that? Okay, the $1 Million Man is here. Ted DiBiase. Team Hell No takes on Primetime Players. Team Hell No wins. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, took this $100 right here. $100 bill and shoves it up Darren Young's mouth. Then laughs and walk away. He does that shit all the time, so I don't know. Then Daniel decides to take the dollar bill and snuck it in his trunks. That sneaky little goat face. Funkadactyl's in the house. Here comes Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man used to be a wrestler, so don't let his Elvis suit fool you. Honky Tonk Man was gonna say something. This dude Heath Slater takes a microphone from him, talking all this crap and then you gonna tell Honky Tonk Man to leave. What is your problem, Heath? Okay. The match starts. Fuck the Dactyls won. They started dancing. Heath Slater jumps up in the ring and stops him. What is your problem, Heath? Wait a minute. Wind that back. They started dancing. Honky Tonk Man stops them. Elvis, they decided to do a shake, rattle, and roll. Heath Slater comes back in the ring and stops the dance. Heath is yelling at Honky Tonk Man, Heath, what is your problem? You got two dudes on your side. Why is you up there bothering Honky Tonk Man? It's not enough. You got this lame ass band. Now you gonna stop. Now you trying to stop they shine. You trying to stop they fun. Heath Slater gets hit in the head with a big ass guitar. That's what he get. Now Kofi, here's the coolest part I like. Kofi Kingston is supposed to take on Fandango. Fandango was supposed to make his debut. He don't want to make his debut because people gets his name wrong, or they don't say it the way it's supposed to. Okay, Fandango. I have never seen any wrestler have a problem with people saying their name wrong, but he's the only person doing that. This guy, every time you look around, there's always an excuse that they don't want to wrestle. When MVP first came up, he's supposed to make his debut. He didn't make his debut. Why? Because he had to wait for his freaking agent. And you remember MVP? Mateo Fontaine is poor. He used to be a jackass. He's like one of them basketball players that always waits for the agent to make a decision. They're wrestlers. I thought only basketball players have agents. And you got this clown wannabe salsa dancer that don't want to wrestle because they say his name wrong, or they don't say his name the way it's supposed to be said. That's called laziness. You make excuses to be lazy. You don't want to get your hands dirty. But no, you don't want to wrestle because you have somebody said your name wrong, or somebody said it the wrong way. Okay, next. Triple H comes out. People here cheering. He talks about Brock Lesnar. Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar, the guy who broke Triple H's arm the second time. And beats up everybody in this building. He thought he was done. When the cast was off, he was in a gym training, still doing his day job as the COO, Chief Operating Officer. He shaved his hair. A few months later, he was in the best shape. But yet, he was waiting for a reason. He was visiting his father-in-law, Vince McMahon, at the hospital, who just got his hip surgery. And he found a reason. But yet Vince McMahon decides to get out of bed and challenge Paul Heyman to a fight. This is another crazy mistake people make. That's just like Hogan when he was injured. He wants to fight Aces and Eights. 2 men injured, thinking they still want to fight. And that's the problem. They think they Superman. Like I just told my friends, they always think they Superman. They not Superman. Paul Heyman turns to Brock Lesnar like he always does. I know, we all know Paul Heyman turned to Brock Lesnar. He acting like he trying to hold Brock Lesnar back. But 5 weeks from WrestleMania, he will call out Brock Lesnar. The Shield. There go the Shield, filming themselves in an unknown place where nobody can find them. They had a nerve to talk about The Undertaker 20-0. What does The Undertaker 20-0 got to do with the y'all situation with Randy Orton and Sheamus? And they say the eye of the justice is watching. The Shield is undefeated. And the eyes of the justice is watching. Believe in the Shield. Wade Barrett, the Intercontinental Champion, versus Alberto Del Rio, the World Heavyweight Champion. Jack Swagger comes out in the middle of the match. Alberto beats Wade Barrett with an arm breaker. He looks at Jack as another hunter hunting for his gold. Staring on as the days go by to WrestleMania. And here goes another YouTube from We the People. They talk about political correctness. Will Americans seize problems and calls it out for what it is? Now I understand people calling things out for what it is. They should call it out for what it is. But there's a difference between calling things out and being racist, Mr. Zap Coulter. There's a big, huge difference. When you call things out, you call it out as the truth. We all calling you out as being judgmental. Now what do you think about that? And here is my favorite 2 tag teams. Always will be my tag team champion of the world, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws, enjoying themselves, entertaining people. They take on Primo and Epico. The New Age Outlaws won. And there's the end of it. And and get this. I see Stephanie's tweet on Twitter on that show saying, "Time to play the game, Brock." I'm pretty sure you'd be happy to see your husband wrestle at WrestleMania. Somebody has a birthday. It's the same day as mine, March the 4th. Mean Gene Okerlund, Hall of Famer, announces Mae Young. Everybody starts singing to her happy birthday, and then CM Punk interferes again. Alright, dude, is that the same guy who complained about everybody interrupting him, and next thing you know, he's doing that same shit that everybody does to him? Why are you interrupting? You interrupt this woman's birthday, and she ain't did nothing to you. Now the 4-way match begins. Who will face The Undertaker? Who's gonna go to WrestleMania? The match starts. CM Punk slides out the ring. Sheamus and Randy Orton gets out and go grab CM Punk. He gets back in. Look at the Big Show. Big Show behind you. Headbutt it. And it begins. CM Punk wants the match. He will face The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And here comes The Undertaker. That is the end of the infamous review of Monday Night Raw. My birth date, March the 4th, 2013. My birthday is actually March 4th, 1984. Okay, I said too much, did I? So, I'll be back later on today. Until then, love you all and good night.